Hi, it's Jackie Cunningham of the Coaches Console customer support team, and today I'm going to show you the money. We are going to be looking at 3 easy ways that you can get paid using the Coaches Console. Let's jump right in. The first option for getting paid in the Coaches Console that we'll look at is a product. So we'll go to our shopping cart module and we'll go to products and we'll click on add product. And I just want to quickly walk through this with you so that you can see the different options that are available to you. So you will create your product name, your product description, short description. You can upload a photo. You have some options when it comes to the price. You can do a one-time fee. You could do a recurring fee, which means that their credit card gets billed the same amount each month for as long as you set. You could do a trial plus a recurring fee. So maybe you have a $1 trial for 14 days and then that recurring fee kicks in. Or you can do a deposit and a recurring fee. Same idea. They would make a deposit today and then a recurring fee would kick in at whatever interval you set. So you'll set your price. You can set when the product can be purchased. You could even limit the number of buyers if you wanted to do that. You also have your contract terms. The contract terms would be, maybe this is your coaching agreement. So you want to put your agreement terms into the product itself. So when the person buys it, they'll need to review those contract terms before they complete the purchase process. You have content access. You can give your clients access to various courses that you have, or forms or documents or web pages that you'd like them to have in their private client portal. And then you have your autoresponder messages. So these are messages where usually the first one is where you'll give access to the private client portal if it's a product, something that they need to have access to in the portal. You could do follow-up messages. You can have as many messages as you want. Then you have your thank you page where you're going to congratulate them on their decision to purchase your product, maybe the next steps, what to expect next. And then links and buttons is where you'll find your buy now button HTML code if you're putting the buttons on an external website. If you're using a Coaches Console website, super easy to put the buttons on your pages inside the console. And they'll also have a link that you could use if you wanted to, for example, put a link in an email or a link to a banner or an image or something like that. So lots of options when you're creating a product. The next option is an agreement. So for the agreements, we'll go to billing and we'll look at agreements. So you already have quite a few agreement templates that are already preloaded into your system. So let's go to our contacts and choose one of our active clients and go to the agreement tab. And here we're going to create a new agreement. So we'll select a template. I'm going to use my total results 6-month package. And then you'll see you have some options here as well. The title of the agreement, you can change that on the fly. The start date, you can change the duration. Right now it's set for 6 months. How many sessions per month, the duration of your sessions, the monthly rate, or a pay in full rate. Then if we look at invoicing, you can set up automated invoicing. What that means is that on a specific day of the month, and you can set that, the system's going to generate that invoice for you and send it to your client. So you can tell it when the payments are due, you can set reminders if you want, and then at the bottom here you'll see your payment plan. So on the 5th of every month, your client is going to receive an invoice for $600. That email will have a link in it where they can sign into their private client portal and pay their invoice. You have your contract terms, which is where you'll want to put the terms of your coaching agreement. They'll need to accept that when they make the purchase. You have an email that goes to them that includes the link to the agreement so they can review it, click the accept button, and then that first invoice gets generated. Your thank you page, and then you also have the option to preview and send. So you'll be able to preview everything related to this agreement, the email, the agreement itself, the payment plan, everything before you actually hit that send button and send it off to your client. And lastly, you can create a manual invoice for those times when maybe you need a one-off or a miscellaneous service that you need to bill for. And we're still going to be in billing. We're going to go to create invoice. And here you can create a one-off invoice. So you can create your starting number, invoice date, due date, service between dates, and you can click on add miscellaneous. You can add anything you like here. So the description of your product or service. You can choose which account you want that to go to in your system, the unit price, if you want to offer a discount, and then add. Then you'll select the client or clients that you want that invoice to go to. You can do that by choosing a contact type. Like for example here I have active clients chosen, or it could be to a group that you have in your system. So I have active clients chosen, so I have a list here of all my active clients, and I can choose which client or clients I want that invoice to go to. So I'm just going to click Crystal. I'm going to generate a draft invoice. And then here on my draft invoices page, I can review that, make sure that everything looks good, and then I want to choose whether I want to create and send the invoice, so it's going to create the invoice and send it off in an email to my client, or create the invoice only. Either way, when the client gets their email, they're going to be able to click on the link, log into their private client portal and pay you, or if it's create invoice only, the next time they log into their private portal, they'll see the invoice there waiting for them. So once you do that, you'll click on generate invoices, and it's going to send it right off to your client so you can get paid. So there you go. 3 very simple and very easy ways to get paid using the Coaches Console system. For more information about the Coaches Console, visit us at coachesconsole.com.